Okay, joining us now in the infield media center here at Texas Motor Speedway is Carl Edwards. He drives the number 99 Scotts Ford for Roush Fenway, and he's second in points. He's got a victory this season, and here at Texas Motor Speedway has done quite well. So, Carl, talk about this racetrack, racing at night, and you've got 3 wins here at Texas. What you going to have to do to get the 4th one?
We're just going to have to keep doing what we've been doing. The car is good. We just got done with some qualifying trim runs. It seems pretty fast. Texas is fun. I mean, it's a fun place to race. They pay a ton if you win, which is great. And this afternoon we get to go for that shotgun, which has definitely eluded us. We've been second in qualifying here, but Bob and I want to win that shotgun so we can fight over it a little bit. I don't know who would get it, me or him, but that would be cool. So that's the first step here, is to qualify well, and then 500 miles. It's a night race, so it'll be a little bit different. We're going to race in conditions that we haven't practiced in yet, so that's going to be interesting. And it's fun to race here. I'm glad to go. We're ready to go. Glad to be here.
All right, we'll take questions for Carl. We'll start right here with Lee, then we'll go Claire, and then over here to Jim.
Tell me about the life of Farmer Carl.
Farmer Carl?
Farmer Carl.
I'm not a good farmer yet, but we've got some farmland there in central Missouri, and my buddy and I share crop it. So I've been learning a lot about farming. It's not as simple as it looks, but we've been having a lot of fun with it, and I think it's something that is so different from what we do every week that I really have a lot of fun with it. We've been having a good time. Yes, I have a tractor and everything. I'm dangerous with my tractor. I need a 4-wheel drive tractor. I got my tractor stuck the other day a little bit. All they let me do is the bush hog, and I just mow stuff down. They don't let me do anything that requires any great skill. But I have fun with it. We have a good time.
Claire B. Lang, Sirius NASCAR Radio. Maybe you should stick with your day job, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Which I'm leading to is you have a lot going on today with the 2 qualifying efforts and practices, in both series. How do you keep it all straight? And, I know sometimes the nationwide helps, but you're qualifying for 2 series here today. Right. So talk about that.
I don't even know what time we qualify for each one. We qualify for the nationwide car next, correct? Yes. Okay, so, yeah. I've been a little behind on everything this weekend. Hopefully my driving is better than my my logistics, because I didn't know we were coming to do this until Randy's like, "Look, we're late. What do you got?" Here's my schedule. Okay, so right now we have NASCAR Top 12 Media, and then which is awesome to be a part of. Let me tell you, it's bad when you're not part of that. Qualifying at 4. And then Cup qualifying at 5:40. So what'll be interesting is now I've got to get in that nationwide car. I ran a lap at 9:30 this morning, so I rolled out of bed and went over to the race car, and that's a great wake up to go that fast first thing in the morning. And the car was real fast, our Fastenal car. The trick will be that they drive so differently. You drive the nationwide car almost like an Indy car around here, just darn near wide open. The Cup car, you have to breathe out of the throttle, use the brake. It's a lot different driving style. And you really only get 1 lap. So the nationwide lap will be one thing, and then I'll have to forget that and run like we just ran the Cup car just a couple minutes ago. So I'm not the best at it. If you notice, my qualifying efforts are not the greatest all the time. So I've been working at being better at it. Qualifying is pretty tough. It's something that you really have to focus on, I think, to do well at. And just lately, the last year or so, we've been working harder at it. We've got more poles, so it's going well. I mean, we'll see here in a minute. If I'm out there, pointing my shotgun at the sky and laughing later, that'll be great. Bob's shotgun. I don't know whose shotgun it is, actually.
We'll take Jim, Bob Pockris, and then Louis Frank.
Jim Noble, PRN Sirius over here. You only ran 7 laps in that last practice. I think everybody else ran at least 30, pretty much everybody else. Were you just that dialed in and just had to make a few qualifying runs?
We didn't run any race trim the last practice. So we did all of our race trim practice yesterday, where a lot of people spent the last part of yesterday running qualifying trim, and we elected to run race trim when the temperatures were a little lower. The temperatures are higher. The sun is higher in the sky right now. So we figured if we worked on race trim right now, that would be a bigger it might not help us as much for the race at night. So that was our strategy. It looked like other people had different strategies, so usually that doesn't mean that ours was very good, but you never know. It might work out great, but we decided to stick to our guns. This is the decision we made, and it didn't look I wanted to run a little more race trim, but man, you can fool yourself here. It's so much different in the heat, with the sun up.
All right, we'll go with Bob Pockris, Lewis Frank, Mike Embry.
Bob Pockris, Scene Daily. Pit road speeds and everything were big news last week. I was curious, how long did it take you to kind of learn how to get on and off pit road and deal with all these timing lines? And also, does running the nationwide race on Saturday help you kind of know where everything is for Sunday?
Right. I think running the nationwide series helps me to, because everybody makes mistakes on pit road. You'll get in too fast and speed through that first one, or you get too greedy racing somebody off the pit road and you'll speed through the last one. And so I think running the nationwide series lets me make those mistakes on Saturday. But you're just trying to get everything you can, and every once in a while you go over that line, or every once in a while NASCAR might have calculated their speeds just a little bit differently for one segment than another. We've seen that where one particular segment gives everybody a hard time, but I mean, it's another spot where you got to get everything you can, and it's really, really bad when you get caught. That's bad.
All right, let's go with Lewis and then Mike Embry. Lewis?
Lewis Frank Reuters. Well, following up on your answer with Lee, perhaps you could fly a crop dusting plane if you had enough land. You see another addition to your fleet of airplanes?
Crop dusting would be a lot of fun. It would probably be a short career for me. I'm not. Those guys are good. I bought an old Piper Cub. It's a 1946 Piper Cub that was originally sold as a crop duster, and I fly along in this thing, and it's got a back seat that you fly from the back seat. But I guess when it came out, 65 years ago, the back seat was a tank, with chemicals or whatever in it. And I fly around in that thing around Missouri, and I just can't imagine buzzing down over fields under power lines and crop dusting with it. But that would be an exciting career. It would be a lot of fun.
Let's go with Mike Embry.
Mike Embry, Speed.com.
Yeah.
Carl, if we can jump ahead to next week a little bit, what kind of impact do you expect the smaller plate to have, and do you anticipate any two-car drafting anywhere close to Daytona?
The plate's smaller than Daytona?
1/64th of an inch.
Okay. I didn't even know they changed it. I don't think, because we don't lift off of the throttle, I think if we were going 100 miles per hour there, I think it was made the plate so that the cars only had 100 horsepower, whatever would get us to 100 miles an hour. I think that we would still see the exact same style of racing, because if two cars are better at X speed, then two cars should be better at 2X speed. So I think that I don't think it'll change anything. I think overall just keep the speeds lower, I guess, overall, so that there's less of a danger of that big, flying through the air wreck that nobody wants to see there. So I think that'll be the difference.